Cody Rhodes made his main roster in-ring debut on July 16th, 2007 during an episode of WWE Raw. The first time we would see Cody on WWE TV was actually at the 2007 Hall of Fame show when he, along with his brother Dustin Rhodes, helped induct his father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. On July 2nd, 2007, on WWE Raw, we see Dusty Rhodes, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Cody Rhodes backstage. Dusty introduces Cody to Hacksaw, with Cody adding it was a real honor to meet him. Randy Orton interrupts and asks if he is going to be introduced to Cody. One day, you can be just like me. I followed in my father's footsteps, says Randy. I ended up being better than he ever was. Just like one day you'll be better than him. Since he won't introduce me, I'll introduce myself. Legend, you know the rest. Cody says to stay away from his dad, with Dusty adding, "That's your problem, Randy. You're so disrespectful." Randy scoffs, "You think that was disrespectful?" and slaps the American Dream. Dusty has to hold Cody back as Randy walks away. The next week on Raw, Dusty Rhodes comes down to the ring and calls on Randy to meet him in the ring. "When you slapped me last week, did you really think that would be the end of it?" Dusty lists the things that Randy has been doing to the legends in recent times and gets fired up. "People like you that live off the past don't deserve respect," responded Randy. Randy then challenges Dusty to a match at Great American Bash. Dusty said he's in no shape to meet Randy Orton at the Great American Bash at this point in his career. Randy says, "Well, if not for yourself, then do it for your boy Cody, who I met last week. You want to make him proud, don't you? Or should I end Cody's career before it even starts?" Dusty says, "I will meet you at the Great American Bash, but it'll be on my terms. And my terms are a Texas bull rope match." Randy accepts and tells Dusty his son might need to bring a broom to clean up whatever is left of him. That brings Cody out. Randy tells him to get out before he gets hurt. They stare and Cody slaps Randy. Orton leaves the ring as the segment ends. This sets up Cody Rhodes' in-ring debut the very next week on Raw. Early in the show, we see a backstage interview with Cody. He says, "Unlike Randy Orton, I'm proud of my dad. I could never be a bigger legend than him. I would never disrespect my father. This Sunday at Great American Bash, there's no RKO that can defeat his legacy. No way to concuss his following. And as for me, you're right. This is my first night on Monday Night Raw, and I plan on making a good first impression." Dusty comes in as they hug. Jerry the King Lawler is in the ring and is explaining to the crowd what a Texas bull rope match is in preparation for the Great American Bash. Randy Orton makes his way to the ring as they show a few clips of him punting legends. Cody comes out in green attire and a very generic guitar-driven theme. Orton tells Dusty to watch what he's about to do to his boy. A few early exchanges results in a vicious clothesline from Orton. Orton fires in chops to the chest. Cody gets thrown to the outside in front of Dusty. Orton jumps out and is distracted by Dusty, and that allows Cody to get a few shots in. But as the action moves back into the ring, Cody misses with a huge crossbody. Orton stomps on Cody. Cody tries to fire back, but he gets hit with a power slam. A big back body drop and a nice suplex by Orton. A rear chin lock is applied as the crowd start to get behind Cody Rhodes. Cody manages to work his way out of that, but a big knee to the midsection halts any momentum. Orton slaps and then strikes Cody as he reinforces his dominance. Some nice strikes by Cody as he manages to hit a missile dropkick and just gets a 2 count. An inverted backbreaker by Orton, followed by an RKO, wins it for Randy Orton. Dusty comes into the ring as Orton looks to punt him, but Dusty doesn't get caught out, and the two face off. At Great American Bash the following Sunday, Dusty and Randy would have a really fun 5-minute bull rope match, which Orton wins after hitting Dusty with the cowbell and getting the pin. After the match, Orton would look to punt Dusty, but Cody would race down and prevent the attack. A frustrated Orton would slither away. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like on it as it makes a massive difference. On screen right now, you can see links to other videos where we discuss other WWE superstars and how they made their main roster in-ring debuts.